What's up, guys? Today's video is going to be about my OBS and what mods to do to a 5.7 350 or any OBS in general. Had a lot of people ask me what's done in my truck and beginners having OBS. First thing, if you have an old truck, you're always going to have problems. There's not a time where you have an OBS and you go a couple months without issues. You're always going to have issues, whether it being brakes, old parts that run out. These trucks are like, what, we're in 2022, they're over 20 years old. So prepare to have things rusted, prepare to have bolts snap, prepare to have miscellaneous stuff happen to your truck, which is normal, you know, it's fine. It's part of the game. And basically this video is going to be what to do to your truck. Say you have a 5.7 350, is what I have in mind. First off, let's start off with, let's pretend this truck is stock. All right, first off, you got to get some clear headlights. You can get those on eBay for around, I'd say 70 bucks. And you can also get some cheap LED lights. They're probably like 30 bucks at AutoZone, around there. So first off, lights. And most OBSs, they come with some old school wheels. I happen to get these baby billets for $400. I just cleaned them up. Really good deal. I like the old school look. A lot of people tell me like, oh, why don't you LS swap it? Why don't you bag it? Why don't you put intros? It takes a lot of money, and which is fine. You know, I could have bagged it, could have put it on intros, but never let anyone's like preference or style throw you off. If you have a build, you do it how you want to do it. I like the style like this. The only reason I like it like this, because it's a little childhood thing. Lightning McQueen had those like letters on his wheels. I was like, fuck it, I'll put those on him. But yeah, so first, headlights. Always like pops, little things matter. Then I'd say second, do a little baby drop. Every OBS looks good with a drop, maybe like a 3.5, 4.6. I currently have a 4.6. It's a, I think you call it McNaw suspension. I don't know how to explain it, but it was like $800. Full complete kit. I have the bolt-on C-Nox. So a little drop, that'll be number 2 to add to your truck. Wheels, a little drop. And for the most part, most OBSs, the paint they have are pretty good. If you want to get a paint job, you could. But then again, I like OBSs like more original, not modded. I don't know why I really modded this one. Well, this is my first truck, so yeah, I wanted to go for a 350 SS style. So yeah, oh, tail lights and a brake light. Me, I personally don't have a brake light. That's the same one for the past year and a half. So lights, drop, and if you have old school wheels, sorry, just clean those up. I say it look better. I had some ugly 22s before. That's when I first got into trucks, and it just threw my truck off. It looked ghetto. I like the old school look. Remember, old school trucks always look old school. Don't try to like make them look newer. Most OBSs have this color interior. I went ahead and did custom seats, and I put suede headliner. That's what I have on all my vehicles. Mine is the maroon velvet. This door is pretty good. The only issues I had with my interior was this right here, the bezel, and a crack in the dash, and a rip on that seat, or on that door frame, I'm sorry. The carpet's really good. Yeah, that usually falls. It didn't fall right now, but usually when I open this, it falls to the floor. Most OBS people probably relate. But the plan was to get a whole new dash and doors, but that's like, let's say, they're probably about $1,000. So I really wasn't trying to spend that when these are already decent. But that's normal. Most OBSs have wear and tear, but I like the original seats. I just did that to match my truck. But for sure, I'd say headliner. Yeah, headliner. So right now we have lights, a baby drop, and headliner. And the fourth one, you gotta get yourself a cow hood. The OBS isn't an OBS without a cow hood, in my opinion. Mine came with the truck. It was an old guy. He had one like laying around. I was like, hey, can I get that one too? He's like, take it, 100 bucks. I got it from an old guy for, I'd say I spent around $3,800. So it's a steel deal. So you got to get yourself a cow hood. That's what makes it OBS in my opinion. So put that on your list, a cow hood. Then if you have a 350, you got to get that 350 logo. Excuse the scratch. Stupid ass dogs. I was gonna get badges, but the paint is painted, so I just went ahead and got the sticker ones in case I remove it. And like I said, guys, you can always paint it. It's really what you want to do. Simple, just a drop, wheels, and a cow hood. That's what I do. I personally don't have tint. Another thing I recommend is getting tint, but I didn't get tint to show my interior, which is fine. And now we'll go to like the motor. I'll show y'all my exhaust and everything. But motor wise, these motors, they're not meant for racing. They're not meant for anything crazy. As you can see, we got a bunch of new parts. They sound pretty good for the most part. What I would do to your motor is get some long tube headers, a cold air intake. You can actually take off your heads and get them ported. They sell a 383 kit, stroker kit for like 900 bucks. You can have it installed for $6. But like for simple stuff, I'd say get headers, port your heads, cold air intake, and just overall new parts like AC lines, alternators, all that stuff. Because with time they're gonna rot and what's it called, break. You can also port your throttle body. You can port your intake manifold. That's pretty cheap as well. So remember, guys, for your 5.7 350, get long tube headers, cold air intake. If you want to run better, port your heads and get your throttle body ported and intake manifold ported. And what else? And if you want, you could get a 383 kit, but that's really up to you. That's basically what you could do to these motors, unless you want to swap out the manifold, make it carbureted. But that's a lot of BS you got to deal with. But yeah, man, just headers, cold air intake, and heads. That's literally it. I'll start it right now for you. And also, I have a sound system. I don't know if y'all can see all the wiring. Get yourself a sound system. Can't have an OBS without having a sound system, my bad. I personally, I'm not into sound systems. Let me put the camera down for y'all real quick. I'm not a fan of sound systems. I just did it to help my friend out because he was starting his little business. I have 4 8s, and for the most part, they bump pretty good. Nothing crazy. It runs off 1 amp. We offer sound systems here. My guy does it really good. We're gonna patch up that one. I might put 212s. And for the exhaust, in my opinion, the 350 sounds best with a solid straight pipe, long tube headers and a straight pipe. I'm sorry. And I can show that for y'all right now. Remember, long tube headers and a straight pipe. I'm gonna do it right now for y'all. Video, guys. Appreciate y'all watching. If y'all stuck around this long, make sure to follow my Instagram, Vic1703. I have a purple cat eye giveaway I built in 6 days. It's $50 to enter. Haven't sold many spots, got a lot to fill, and we'll see what we do with this one. I might do something crazy, I don't know yet. I have so many trucks that you like run out of ideas to do to them. But yeah, that's it for the most part. Nothing crazy, just a simple OBS. And If you ever need any work, let me know. Wraps, paint jobs, drop kits, anything you need, let me know. And appreciate you watching, and later.